Hi there, it's MC Guy 215 or Concrete Castles, and I'm going to be going through the basics of what chiptune is and how to make it in FL Studio. And I've been making it for a couple of years, and I actually now sell it on my Fiverr page. So I made a chiptune video a while ago, but it was unscripted and honestly a mess, so this one actually has a script and planning. Chiptune is generally an approximation of what music sounded when sound chips in computers and game consoles were very basic. The time era for this was the 70s to the 80s. So making chiptune with today's software is a little bit cheaty because we don't have to follow the limitations of the hardware, such as limited voices. If you were to make chiptune that can be played on actual retro hardware, this is not really the way to do it. There are many reasons to use chiptune. Some have nostalgia from it or want their music to sound retro and sound like the games like Mario and Tetris. But I just love the sound of it. It's a great accompaniment to pixel art and pixel art games, and that's a big use for it. In music, there are some basic waveforms. All you really need to know is that these each produce a different sound and tone. These basic waves are the building blocks of chiptune, and with some tweaking, can sound quick and jumpy or slow and wavy or a big variety. Here are the waves. There's the pulse and square wave, and there's different widths of that. There's the saw wave, the triangle wave, sine wave, the square and sine wave combined, which I just call squine. There's noise, which has two varieties, long cycle, short cycle. So melody or chords can be made from pulse, saw, squine, or triangle waves. Basses are usually made from saw, sine, or triangle waves, and the drums in chiptune are usually made from short noise sample. I just usually use drums that sound grainy and chiptuney. The way I make chiptune is I use a digital audio workstation or DAW. There are other specialized softwares which I'll list on the screen now, but FL Studio and digital audio workstations in general are used for basically all types of music, so I'd rather not learn a separate software just for chiptune because FL Studio just honestly works fine. So I personally use FL Studio, but really any can work. So I use some VST plugins that are great for chiptune sounds. So FL Studio does actually cost like over $100, so I would recommend checking out other options or LMMS as it's free. 3X Oscillator is a very basic synth built into the FL Studio. It has 3 channels with 3 different waves that you can put together, and it's very useful for basic sounds. I frequently use this outside of chiptune too, so you can go into the FL Studio settings to access ADSR, which is Attack, Decay, Sustain, Release, LFOs, and the arpeggiator. ADSR is so important, I'll probably make a whole episode for it, so that's coming soon. If you only want one plugin, this is the one to get. All options are cleanly displayed on one menu, and you can also easily do vibrato, ADSR, and bend. A very simple but great sounding VST. I especially love the noise on this one. The least chiptune sounding but great for basses. Very simple interface too. An introduction to the weird and wonderful world of microtonal music. Gives chiptuney sounds as well. Honestly, most modern synthesizers support basic waveforms and all of the things you would want for chiptune. If you're comfortable with sound design elsewhere, just try it out and explore some sounds. Thanks so much for watching. In future episodes, I will talk about ADSR, sound design, making an actual song, and possibly a bit of music theory. Thanks!